So what are we doing for the intro this week?
I don't know. It's your week to decide.
No, it's your week to decide.
Was it?
Yeah. Are you telling me we don't have an intro? Come on, man. People love our intros. They're funny. People enjoy them. There's people that are tuning in just for the intros.
Well, we'll just call this the intro. They'll be funny.
How would that be funny?
Well, you just said our intros are always funny.
Yes.
So if we call this right now, what we're doing right here, our intro, it will therefore be funny. I'm pretty sure it's called Manifest Destiny.
I'm pretty sure none of it works like that.
Well, do you have a better idea?
No?
Okay, then follow my lead.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Random Tangent. Please enjoy this funny thing that's about to happen.
Oh. What just
Wow.
happened? Was that the intro music?
Wow.
Whoa.
I hope we got that on camera, because that was insane.
I just manifested something in my pants.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Whew. All right, after that little intro, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Random Tangent. The return.
The retangenting. He's Bill. I'm Neil.
We think.
So far.
Yeah.
It's been working all right.
We're getting there. We're
Yeah.
making it. So unfortunately, his Pet Rock Foundation went under, and my computer, apparently you can't overload something with porn.
Yeah.
So now we got nothing better to do with this.
I guess we'll do an episode.
Hmm.
What are we doing this week?
I don't know. We were thinking about a bunch of different things, but they weren't very logical.
No, not logical at all. Which led us to think about
Logic.
in games, because we
Or lack thereof.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the better terminology for that.
This week's episode is all about video game logic.
Video gay logic.
Yes, video game logic. It's getting.
Do-do-do-do. Hi.
There's more and more characters.
My name is Susie.
Trevor.
Dude's name or?
No, Trevor wasn't. I don't think he's so gay so much as just like, you're gonna take this dick. Not sure which sexuality that is.
Always been my favorite character. I relate to him so much.
This week's episode all about video game logic, and just some of the fun things that we love video games, but sometimes they make little to no sense.
Yeah. Some of them make absolutely no sense.
Some of them make so little sense it's a negative sense. Like, they make other games less sensical.
They take things that have sense and actually draw it down because of the lack of sense.
Mm-hmm. So, should we start off with, please everyone like, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so already?
Love us.
Yes. We need it.
I need some loving.
Mm-hmm. Some McLovin. Let's get into a little bit of gaming industry logic. Let's start it off that way.
Wait, the gaming industry has logic?
Well, it's something that we've discussed before. That is the prevalence of...
Have you seen the Nintendo Wii? What was it? The Virtual Boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, on one of our last episodes, go back and check that out, folks.
Call back.
The prevalence of early
It
access...
stings, but it's worth it.
Muffle for a little bit. Let's get this out. Whatever, play with it. If that's what you need to do to be quiet. To be quiet. I don't want.
Now you know I'm not gonna be quiet. Huh?
I don't want to hear what you need to talk about during.
You'd be surprised. Mostly finances and people's political agenda. Like, I like to get all that out while I'm in mid-stroke.
Goddamn Democrats.
Fucking Cheeto for a president.
How's that?
Still want the wall up though. Give me my guns.
Some of these days aren't bad, but come on, man.
But you're partially brain dead and you make us all look bad.
Okay.
Oh, look, a new tweet. Fuck, you're completely brain dead. Put up the wall. Make Mexico pay for it and shut up.
Start this off with a little something that we've been talking about privately. The prevalence of early access.
We talk about our privates a lot.
Yeah, early access or game preview mode.
Oh,
they have now.
Jesus.
Well, Bill was saying how it used to be that they hired game testers and pay them, and now...
Call them beta testers.
Yeah, but now they charge you to play their unfinished game.
You think about that for a moment. They used to pay beta testers. Now they charge you to play their game, and then when it's all said and done, they take the people that didn't play the game up front for $30-$35 and say, okay, well, you guys got it, but now we need to get up. Here's $60. Look up Ark. That's a good example of how you can piss off an entire community of people like that.
See, well, I'm going to do a counterpoint to that. I'm going to say that gaming has gotten more evolved as the games have gotten bigger and bigger. It's not like just a couple people coding anymore. It takes a lot of money to make a game now, and there's a lot of variables. You make these huge, expansive open worlds, and there's a lot of gaming mechanics, a lot of stuff reacting to one another, and who knows what's going to happen. Like, if you're making a game, probably what you have very little budget for is the actual testers. And you're not going to be doing extensive tests with it. Like, is it playable? Good, okay, good, let's ship it out. Whereas if you give people allow people to pay for early access, you can generate money to finish a game, which I think they did with Ark. Some of the money that there's coming in from game preview mode was helping to pay for the completion of that game, but also you are actually able to test a lot more efficiently because you have a bunch more people, and gamers are going to try every goddamn little thing they can do in a game. They're going to be thinking way outside the box that I think a game tester is going to be able to do in their limited time frame. So in some aspects I can see it's actually a good idea, done right.
It hasn't been done yet. We'll find it one day, though. May I counter your counter?
Counter away.
But then that leads to the problem of having a gaming company making a AAA title and then being like, good enough, put it out there. And then we'll fix it later, fuck it. Like, just get it out there. So then we get, i.e., Assassin's Creed Unity being a good example, which still has yet to be fixed correctly from what I'm led to understand.
I think they gave up.
They're just like, at some point they started giving refunds out, and they were just like,
we're going to have a new one coming out next year, so who cares even?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. So, you know...
How do you folks like it?
What's your opinion on the thievery that is game preview?
Possible genius, more likely thievery.
More thievery than genius.
We move on to our actual game logic now. Just like little things you find in gaming that you accept them for the most part while you're playing the game, but if you actually take the time to go, what? Huh?
What just happened?
It can leave you confuzzled.
Completely confuzzled.
Uh-huh.
Possibly bamboozled.
Yes. Let's start with one of our favorite topics in general: food. Food and gaming. Oftentimes it's tied.
Hold on. Let me enjoy that thought.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about some food. I do have cookies in the car.
Oh, that's right. You have a cookie. I want your cookie. Actually, I want you to bring the cookies in. I want to convince you to leave the room so I can eat your cookie. But I also know that you're fat. You're not going to leave that cookie alone.
I will sense that. My cookie's in danger.
You ever seen a fat man stride like a cheetah? Straight through the house.
Come through the wall.
Like a Kool-Aid man. And he is as big as the Kool-Aid man. So, random tangent.
Okay. Food and gaming. A lot of times it's tied in with healing somehow. It's been for the longest time. Can you name this game? Warrior needs meat.
Gauntlet,
yes. Very old game, and yeah, that was one of the phrases that you'd hear during the game.
Especially if there's a female warrior.
The Valkyrie, that's the Valkyrie.
Yeah, she needed meat. A little bit of that.
Elf needs meat. I do need meat. I could go for some meat right now, actually.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, often it's a way to heal. You eat some food of some sort, and depending on the food, you get a boost to your hit points.
My favorite video game logic run on that one has to be actually a newer title. I don't know if you've played it. I own it. It's fantastic. And that has got to be the newest Zelda.
No.
What the hell is the name of it?
Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
In order to survive in that game, not just gain health, but to survive, you actually have to find items, cook them together to make different potions. And these, depending on what you cook and the recipes you find, they can do everything from give you 1 heart, 10 hearts, make you immune to cold, make you immune to hot.
Yeah, that's something, like, very rarely in games is it just you need to eat because you need to eat.
Yeah.
Just like
Minecraft, I think, is the only game where you need to eat because food. Like, that was it.
Usually it's healing. A lot of times, sometimes it gives you benefits. Like, oh, this dish has some chilies in it, so now you're protected from the cold. Like,
that's exactly what it is, dude.
How does that work?
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Made this one's with clams, so now you can breathe underwater. Where are you getting those clams, Fukushima?
What part of Chernobyl did you dig them out of?
Like I say, very rarely in life have been like, ow, I'm bleeding. I need a hot dog. I mean, it's happened, but it's not related. Like I just speaking of healing, something else we wanted to get into, just the other ways you heal in games, such as just not getting shot anymore.
Now, I will argue this for anybody that wants to come in with, no, Halo, it counts as shields and this.
Yes,
we're not talking Halo. We're talking like
Halo
Call of Duty.
Acceptable.
Yeah, Halo was,
You had a like force field shield.
And even the first Halo, I think, did it the most acceptable because you actually had a force field, but then you had an actual health bar.
Yeah. I think I brought it back in the later ones, but my number 2 is just your shield. You got shot, broke down, you have to get time to recharge. Okay, acceptable.
Yeah.
Now games is just like you get shot and you go hide behind cover somewhere and you're better.
Call of Duty, Battlefield, pick one. I'm all red! Oh, I'm better now.
Redemption, Gears of War, pretty much any game which involves shooting, at some point you just be like, I'm good now. If you are getting shot, one of the first things you're probably going to want to do is not get shot anymore, but that's only really just a step 1. There's more to it than that.
Dealing with the bullet wounds is usually step 2.
Not getting any more bullets. Good idea. The ones you have, though, that can be a problem.
Yeah. Hey, you've gotten shot less. That's good. You're bleeding out, and that's not so good.
Uh-huh. You don't just walk that off, usually.
It would be nice if we could do that, though, wouldn't it?
You don't walk to the McDonald's and get some food and be like, yeah, that takes care of that. Another one of our favorite ones, the environments in games, what is and what isn't destructible in Grand Theft Auto a lot of times is a good example of this.
Grand Theft Auto is the king of kings when it comes to this, because it is so ass backwards. Driving down the street, you're on the sidewalk, because why not?
Because it's Grand Theft Auto. If you're on the street, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, if stop signs, that's cute.
Have you ever actually tried to, like, if you've played the game for a while and you're bored with it, so you
the
try
answer
to
to that
yourself,
question is yes.
You try to do the speed limit and stop
and
the lights.
And that infuriates you after about a minute and a half where you're just like, move, go! You could have made that light, and you realize, oh my god, it's just real life.
Yeah. Never. I don't think I've even gotten through one session doing that. No.
So you're driving through. You're hitting a bench. The bench goes flying. You jump a pile of dirt and land, and you throw that stop sign, and then you come around the corner and there's a bush, and you stop dead. You ever seen a car fold around a bush like that?
That thing has some roots on it.
I don't know what kind of ficus you buy that can stop a moving car. That's doing about 100.
Sometimes it's weird too, because like you can go through like I don't know how many fences, but like one bench or something in your way. It's inconsistent at best.
And my favorite part is you'll be going through the fence.
Uh-huh.
You'll hit the bench and just flip straight over. And I swear to God, if you look at your character, he's just sitting there on the steering like... And I still, to this day, when they're yelling in the cars when you're driving, you hit something, I'm still not 100% sure whether the character in the car is yelling at you or yelling at the other person you hit. You dumb motherfucker! Okay. So... kids can adventure anywhere. That's a piece of logic I enjoy.
Oh, you want to do that one? I thought you were talking about this one.
What?
That one right there.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that one.
Okay.
That one's fun, but I want the kids... We'll do that one next.
All right, yeah.
So kids can adventure anywhere. For those who haven't played any adventure game in their lifetime...
I'd say actually probably one of the good examples is going to be Pokemon, but there's a lot of
Zelda.
Yes, Link is often quite young.
How many SNES games can you think of where it's like, oh... He's 8 years old. Time to go on an adventure. Here's a sword and some magic. I'm sure you're responsible enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we were just talking before the show. There's a game on the Super Nintendo called Paladin's Quest, made by Enix. It's a lot of fun. Kind of some variations on the standard RPG that were a little unique. But yeah, 2 13-year-olds go on a grand adventure to defeat some dark god, and everyone's just cool with it.
Yeah.
Like, you walk into a castle, and King's like, okay, you're good, you're here, can you do this quest for me? Like, what the...
What kind of king is this?
Like we're saying, is he just asking everyone who comes in, like, just on the off chance, you throw enough at the wall, some of them are going to stick, right? You know?
I'm thinking that's what they're going with on that, too. Also, another good one that kind of leads into that, too, is, here we are in our grand adventure, entering this cave of wonders that hasn't been explored for 1,000 years.
That's a whole section we're going to get to.
We have a whole section dedicated to the quest?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that. It's in there, don't worry. What do you do while we're planning stuff? You can't be buying anything electronic anymore.
I don't really listen to most of what you're saying. I really take to heart the random part. I'm gonna figure this shit out myself.
Yeah, that's another one you see a lot.
What were we talking about?
Kids just adventure. Or like I was saying the other day, like how many times have you been playing a game and you're in a horrible level and everything's trying to kill you, you barely survive, you get to the end of it, and some kid wanders out of a room.
I'm scared. You should be.
I ran in here and the monster scared me, so I hid. Where?
And can you show me where that is? I am going in there. I am kicking you out in the hall so I don't get eaten while I hide there.
You go run screaming up and down the hall. Give me a little bit of a chance. Come on, kid.
But I'm scared. Don't care.
Like, everything in here just tried to eat me, but you made it through here just fine.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, because you're chasing your damn pig. Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
How'd the pig survive, by the way?
Yeah. How did a snorting, squealing pig make it through this fancy area without getting eaten? Yet you managed to just stroll on through.
And while we're
then the thought comes to play is you made all the noise, that's why they're coming after me. So now me and you got an issue.
Would you like to do casual thievery while we're talking about some of the older games?
Casual thievery still
and some of the
my
games,
favorite.
The other games like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, it'll actually tell you if something is, you can take it, or if it would be considered stealing to take it. But old games, once again, it's like 16-bit era. You walk into a house, fair game. Mm-hmm. Anything you want.
Although we'll say in the newer games, Skyrim being a good example, Elder Scrolls, Morrowind. It was always funny to steal so much crap out of someone's house and I'd be like, you can't run. And let's talk, and that kind of leads into an inventory question.
Okay, yeah.
How is it you can go steal an entire house worth of stuff? I'm talking swords, knives, helmets, furniture, like... Oh, that's a nice garage door. They don't need that shit. And then just walk away. Like, you don't walk away from that.
It's like not anything you'd use. Like, I got all their pillows.
How are you going to carry all that? Well, what I'll do is I'll use this spell. Okay, now I can carry more weight. That's not how this works.
Well, another one they point out is like, oh, I'm overburdened. Well, I'll just eat all the food. You still have it at that point. Like, if you eat a 3-pound wheel of cheese, first off, you need to see something about that you just sat down and did that.
You're gonna have fun with that later. That's all I'm saying.
But like, you still have a 3-pound wheel of cheese. It's in smaller bits. It's not a wheel anymore. But
well, we're not sure.
Depending how fast you eat it. But yeah, like I was saying though, the older games used to be like you walk into that house, if there's a treasure chest, yeah, that's for you.
Yeah. Well, look at this.
Every bookcase they have, you're going through it.
Yeah. What are you doing? Checking to see if this is someone else's house. And
they'll just sit in there.
Especially the old games, they'll just stand in the corner.
Doing this motion.
The milk the cow.
And you go talk to them again, they don't mention it at all, they just tell you the same piece of information.
You must find the princess in the castle of Splendid Dew. Also, lava is hot.
Yes, that's another one.
Very hot.
Yeah, like we were
to give you an idea of how hot lava is.
We looked it up before the show.
What is it? We max out in Hawaii.
The low end.
The low end, yeah.
Is 1,300 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature of melted rock, pretty much.
Yeah. The max that they have recorded is 21,050 degrees Fahrenheit.
So yeah, lava is freaking hot. The highest.
You could melt an entire car in the lava.
The highest temperature on your oven, like a self-clean function, maybe 700 and 900 degrees. Quite a big difference. Yet in video games, if you touch lava, yeah, usually it's hot.
Oh, that burns a little. Let me go over here.
You're probably going to want to stop touching it right away. That's not how it would actually...
Even Call of Duty had that. There's a town in Call of Duty, one of them. I can't remember which one it was. It was called The Town.
Uh-huh.
And there was a section in the center of it. Even the Pack-a-Punch machine was in the lava. So you would run, drop your gun in the lava, stand in the lava, drop your gun, run out, wait 2 seconds, run back, grab it, because that's not going to do anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can go online and find videos of people stepping in a flow that's slowing down, one that's starting to harden.
Then they have no shoes.
Yeah, but actual lava
Actually, I could set them straight right here. Go on the internet, go on the Google, and look up Pompeii. That'll pretty much cover itself. Also, look for Pompeii the Stroking Man. He's my hero.
Yeah. Just found another guy recently who was apparently crushed by a boulder as he's running away. Like, why do you need to tell us? It was horrible. We know.
That's part of him there and there.
But yeah, in video games, a lot of times, lava, your orange glowing thing, occasionally it will instantly kill you if you touch it. Most of the time, though, it's like, screen will flash red, like, stop touching that. You've got burn damage now. No shit. I'm also missing feet.
I am now Darth Vader.
You don't actually have to touch it, by the way, for it to be way too hot for you.
Yes. I think on the median of temperatures, I saw this on a documentary a while back. They were trying to film. Turns out cameras aren't lava-proof. Do you know that? And when I say on lava-proof, I don't mean like, oh, they dropped it in the lava and it melted. I mean like, oh, they were like 48 feet from the lava taking pictures and the camera lens began to melt. You know, the glass camera lens. Go ahead, kids, and look at what it takes to melt glass.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yes. You don't have to touch lava for it to... Being in the room is more than enough to cook you. Like
anybody else feel warm? I feel kind of warm.
Like... Alright, one you just reminded me about a minute ago. In Diablo 2, I think it's a really good example of this is... Like, in Diablo 2, this, ancient evil comes back and you gotta go fight it. But it's new. Like, it wasn't always there. It came back and people are like, no, none of that. So you gotta go fight it. And in order to get to the thing, though, you have to fight. You have to go through the plains of misery, over the mountains of sheer and utter madness, through the forest of lost hope, and the desert of doom and all this stuff. And, like, who named that to begin with? Like, no wonder the demon showed up here. You laid out a welcome mat pretty much for it,
You laid out a welcome mat for one. For two, I mean, it just sounds like the place for him to live. It's...
And we're at the hills of demons come here and to make a home. What? Well, this next group of ones we kind of lumped together, we're calling it The Quest. I think enough of these fit close enough together that we can actually demonstrate video game logic in a series.
Alright, let's begin with number one.
The Quest. Well, first off, you're the warrior of destiny, the one foretold to vanquish evil and rid the land of darkness. And you get to the town, and you're immediately asked to find 3 red flowers and clear several basements of rats and all this other stuff. Every game, pretty much.
Yeah. Every game. Which also leads back to the one before of, like, how do they know you are the one? Like, you walk in, you're the one of destiny. I am.
You're the hero of destiny, aren't you? Yeah. Okay.
How old are you? 12? Good enough.
Could you follow my neighbor around? I think he's up to some shady stuff. Is that dragon that's been terrorizing?
I think my husband's cheating on me. Fable.
That sounds like a you thing.
That sounds more like a you thing and a lot less like that dragon's about to eat everyone thing.
Yeah. But eventually you help enough of them and they'll tell you where in the area the dungeon is. The dungeon that's been hidden away for centuries and no one has seen it in ages and not quite... They think it's around here, but they're not quite sure.
Good news is the lights are still on.
Yeah.
So they paid the light bill, which was not important.
Usually it turns out it's just higher up on the mountain than apparently anyone went. Maybe it's behind the waterfall and...
Probably the Waterfall of Doom.
They just didn't check real good. Like, I could see it shining back there from like 20 feet away, but...
yeah. But from like 30 feet away, it was just really...
The hidden dungeon that's not that hidden is what we're saying.
Yeah.
No,
I think Zelda was the only one that ever did dungeon hiding good. Like, burn this tree and you can figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
There's no idea that there's no one going to give you any hint at how to burn the tree.
Uh-huh.
But burn that tree.
Maybe some of the older games is a bit more hidden, but that's just because they couldn't put that much information in there. I am error. And?
I'm Bob. I don't...
Hi?
How much for sex? I don't know what's...
But eventually you find the dungeon, right? You get to it, and the mysterious door that's locked, except there's like a hole in the wall that looks like a skull, and there's a skull down there, so... Oh shit, that worked.
That was easy enough.
Let's talk about the mechanics of this door that's all of a sudden just slides away as soon as you put the key in there.
Actually, what was the game I think it was Skyrim. I want to say it was Skyrim.
Okay.
So you walk into the room.
Okay.
Walk into the room. Here's a door. Now, it's a big combination lock, essentially. The combination is 3 pictures in order. So you have to spin the dials to put the pictures in order. Well, however you're going to find out the pictures. It's crazy, right? If you look to the left, there's the 3 pictures. There's the first 2. And the second one's laying in front of the door.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a rough one. Let me see here. Let me look here. Snake, owl, spider. Gotcha.
No one could figure that out, really?
I'm the only one that got this one. Okay, a little harder next time, maybe.
Or we'll talk about Skyrim. The keys in the palm of your hand. I don't even know what that means. Well, this cloth thing, you've got to see all the pictures there.
Yeah, right. It's kind of... I think that's actually the same dungeon.
Top, middle, and bottom. Kind of. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about that. Just the mechanism that opens that door.
So here's this door that, as it's opening, dust is falling from it because it's so old.
This thing is ancient. It's been sealed for quite some time.
But hey, it still works. I mean, all I'm saying is I want to find out whatever architects built that so I can get them to build me a house.
Dwarven mechanics, man, right?
Right. I mean, engineers back then were insane.
First off, you don't see any of the machinery that's doing it. No. It's internal somewhere in there, but it's the fact that
it's moving. Yeah, and it's also
spring
moving.
Is rusted out.
It's also moving a 10,000 ton slab.
Or maybe it's a magic spell. In the same game where the spells that shield you from destruction last a minute.
I'm invincible. No, I'm not.
Maybe 2 of your grand wizard on this one.
I got 2.5 minutes of perfect protection.
But
aren't you like the most powerful wizard in the land? And the chosen one? Best you can do is 2.5 minutes.
But the slab open spell, good.
Yeah.
Cast it once, you're good. Anyway, you walk into the dungeon that's been abandoned for centuries. Remember all the dust that fell off when you opened the door? You get in there. What did you find as soon as you walk in?
Oh well, of course, all the lights are on.
Yeah, the torches.
You got every torch lit perfectly and hasn't burnt out.
Like a lot of the torch.
Yeah, yeah.
The candle's like that tall,
And you're just like, okay.
And you find food in there that's perfectly okay to eat.
Oh yeah.
The currency of now.
Yeah, the current currency in a centuries-old dungeon. Or my personal favorite, you'll deal with more newer games. You go into that. Tomb Raider's a good example. And find, rifle parts.
So on to the next one, though. In case you made it in there and all that stuff that you found in there wasn't good enough, you're a little underprepared. That's right, because there's a good chance that you might open up a secret room and find a merchant in the dungeon.
Just hanging out.
Just selling stuff. In the middle of the dungeon.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had a customer. Probably. Kind of like the kid in the dungeon we were talking about earlier. It's like, it just raises so many questions. You don't think about it because it's great.
You know those videos you show me with the PUBG and all that? And they need to do one where it's like the guy's running through it and the merchant just runs past real fast and he finds him about 10 minutes later.
They just recently did a summon merchant one where they're in the dungeon, they're about to fight some bad stuff, and they're like, we don't have enough of these, so they summon a merchant, and he just pops up, and they leave him there. You can hear all the nasty stuff starting to move around. But yeah, you walk in, and there's guys selling stuff. First off, how are you in business? You can't be getting a lot of walk-ins. Are you selling most of this online? And how does your supplies get here? Couldn't I just come in with that truck? Anyway, you go fight the boss at the end of this dungeon, and it comes time to kill him, and he's powerful and all, but then you notice there's a lot of covered windows in here. You start uncovering the windows, and it turns out the sunlight's bad for him. He hurts him, makes him weaker. You have to wonder about all the other rooms that had absolutely no windows in them, and why he wasn't using one of them.
Well, it was the master bedroom.
Is a better feng shui to this particular one? I'm not a big fan of the light, but we can cover that up.
We can cover that up, put some blankets over it, and I could rule over this kingdom from here. This is nice. Or is it more of a, that was the room in the farthest back part of the dungeon, so that's the one that wins?
It's automatically his. But I'm allergic to the light. Yeah, but it's the back room, so what can we do?
You picture that monster moving in on day one, guys, what did I say?
Oh, one other, not so much gaming logic, gamer logic. Recently, Bill and I have been playing Monster Hunter World, and I wanted to look up something about this game.
So I got some gaming logic for that game real quick.
All right.
How about when you create a multiplayer game, let people out of the multiplayer? Not okay, we did half a quest. Calm it down. I'm going to need you to go over here. I'm going to need you to go ahead, start this next quest. I need you to make it through the videos. Don't want everybody to see those all at once.
That's for you. Don't show them.
No. We are Bob Ross in this. That is a happy little cloud. We're not going to talk about that. Now, after you're done with all of that, you've completed that, then can you beg for other people to come and give me a break?
Okay, now the point that you found the horrible, huge monster and it's attacking you, yeah, now you can call your friends.
Yeah.
I need to live long enough for him to get to you.
By the way, knees to chest, you're going to be jogging it out for a little bit.
Go find a bush and hide in it for a little bit, and wait.
Which is how I got a daughter.
But yeah, I wanted to look up something for Monster Hunter World. I go on a message board for it, and I'm kind of looking through there, and the message I'm reading is like, well, I got a question. I've been using the DB, and it does about 120 DPS, but I heard that the and they abbreviate everything in the game to the point
Nerds.
To the point that if you you got to find a guide to it at some point, because otherwise you're completely lost. And I just like to point something out. If gamers out there, if you do this, you are on the internet, on a website forum, talking about a video game that you play, so you can ask questions to play it better later. You have time.
Yeah.
You don't need to abbreviate. Spell it out at least once.
So I think on that note,
I think we're done for the.
I think we've figured out all the lack of logic that exists in video games. If you know of any more, let us know. Or in the comments below. I'd like to hear some of the ideas. Ideas are what to make the world go round.
Mm-hmm.
Balls.
Once again, if you have any ideas for upcoming episodes you'd like to see us do, let us know.
Seriously, we're running out of ideas now.
We're just going to start doing episodes we've already done again.
Yes.
Not with new stuff, just...
Like, literally, we will script out every episode we've done and start new.
I'm going to start remixing them, like combining...
Can we combine the food up? Can we combine the hot dog episode with the White Castle episode?
Yeah, we can put a hot dog in a White Castle. We can do that. Don't even try to make it fit, just hanging out either side. It's a weird bird.
What is that? Gastrointestinal distress. I took a bite and just pooped. Just instantly pooped. This is delicious. Oh, God.
I'm going to finish.
So stupid.
And we will...
We will hopefully be here next week.
Like, subscribe, share. See you at some other point in time.
Unfortunately, one of us got a job.
Someone's gainfully employed again. Man whore.
Well, you're half right. Yeah, random tangent. And away we go.
Random tangent. Away.
Never ever do that again.
Random tangent out. Scene. Maybe we had like our own closing.
Hold on
Show
one
to catch
second.
on.
What? Just 1 second. Bye, everybody. How hard was that, you dumbass? Coke, sponsor us.
Somebody sponsor us.
I really don't want to work anymore. If you want to go ahead and... I'll do this all day long. He'll write. I'll produce.
You produce besides gas.
Fucker.
I was just wondering what we were going to use for the ending of that.
You are such an asshole. Whew, it's been a while since anybody got me on that one. Oh, that burns. That is not so good on the sinuses, though.
So, how good's it? Raspberry Coke. This way good. This way not good.